Now you're telling me overnight that Nigeria has a better unemployment rate than Germany? Than Germany that creates so many jobs? Than the American economy that we know from job numbers, how many jobs they create monthly? The first data I would challenge the MBS to give us is how many jobs we are creating on a monthly basis in Nigeria.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Expressive Tone TV, conveying your thoughts and feelings to the world. Guys, anything that cannot happen in Nigeria, it does not exist anywhere. Nigeria now have a better employment rate than Germany, UK, America, and every other country, than Japan. NBS, which is the National Bureau of Statistics. For those of you that don't know NBS or you have never heard of NBS, this is a body that is charged with the responsibility of reporting, and analyzing, interpreting, publishing, and disseminating statistical information relating to socio-economic life and condition of Nigerians. The work of these people now to tell us how Nigerians how are they living? Are they living better? Are they poorer? This is the work of these people. Now, in 2022, last year, November, there was a research that they did, and at the end of that research, precisely as at November 17, 2022, the same NBS brought out a report that 63% of Nigerians are living in poverty, abject poverty. 63%, which is about 133 million Nigerians. They are living in poverty. According to them, most of the people are in the north. They said 86 million people are living in the north. Poor people living in the north. Then 35 million is in the south. Suddenly, they have brought the employment rates, their new statistics on their employment rates. And as at 2020, when they did the statistics or whatever they did, they found out that 33.3% of Nigerians were not working, as in they were jobless. But right now, as we speak, they brought a new methodology. And this methodology now, even if you leave your house for 1 hour, you are working. If you are a shoe shiner, walk now walk. So that is the new methodology that they brought now. And with this their methodology now, only 4.1% of Nigerians that are not working. They said it's only 4.1% that are not working. Make una fear God now. Fear God in this country, Nigerians. Una fear God small. Anyway, my own way, I always like to let you see videos where it is being analyzed by national TV. Let it not be that I'm the one saying it. Because most times people will say, YouTubers, now they carry the talk. I will allow you watch the video. But meanwhile, before you watch the video, please subscribe to my channel. Press the notification bell. Like the video. Let Nigerians know. Let us see. Because if people don't know what is happening in this country is just a joke. Drama, Nigeria. Watch video, please. See you in my next
I think for us to tell ourselves the truth, let's go back to the former methodology that showed us where we truly were. Go to the companies, they're laying off people more than ever before. Now you're telling me overnight that Nigeria has a better unemployment rate than Germany? Than Germany that creates so many jobs? Than the American economy that we know from job numbers, how many jobs they create monthly? The first data I would challenge the MBS to give us is how many jobs we are creating on a monthly basis.
On to our next story now. According to statistics from the National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, there has been a sharp drop in Nigeria's unemployment rate. The NBS says the figures are based on the new methodology of labor force survey, undertaken in collaboration with the World Bank and International Labour Organization. Nkechi Nana reports.
After a 2-year hiatus, the National Bureau of Statistics releases its labor force survey report, showing a significant shift in its unemployment figures. The unemployment rate experienced a dramatic drop from 33.3% in 2020 to 5.3% in Q4 of 2022 and 4.1% in the first quarter of 2023.
This country is magic.
It's magic.
It's season filled.
It's magic, eh?
You see, it's so shocking. All of a sudden, from 33% unemployment rate, we just crashed to 4.1 by changing methodology. Nigeria just became better overnight.
It's a joke.
You see, let me also shock you. Let me take this joke further. Global unemployment rates: Japan 2.5%, America 3.5%, Nigeria 4.1%, UK 4.2%, Indonesia 5.4%, Canada 5.5%, Germany 5.6%, Egypt 7.0%. Overnight, Nigeria unemployment rate became better than that of the UK, that a lot of Nigerians are jackpot into, than that of China, and that of Germany, and that of Egypt, and that of Brazil. In fact, Nigeria now has one of the lowest unemployment rates in the world.
In the entire universe.
How long are we going to take this national joke further? Isn't this disgrace enough? You can see what happened with BRICS. Nations don't take us seriously any longer. KPMG made a projection that unemployment should be over 40% as we speak. We did not release unemployment data for about 2 years in a row, since last quarter 2020. And all of a sudden, we revised the methodology to favor a funny narrative that only 1 hour of work every day means you're employed. I think the Nigerian state should not do this to our policymakers. We shouldn't deceive ourselves. You see, the greatest thing you can ever do to yourself is self-deceit. Because it doesn't move away the problems. The problems are there. And when you deceive yourself, you don't get anywhere. So what you're saying is that if I leave my house, all right, for 1 hour every day, 7 days a week, I'm employed. And policymakers feel we should accept that in this country where there's biting inflation, biting unemployment, in a country about 133 million people living in multidimensional poverty. So if Nigeria's employment rate is 4.1% as it's been celebrated now, why do we have over 133 million people living in multidimensional poverty? Can we also juxtapose the poverty rates in the country we have not beaten now to their unemployment rates? Let's start by doing that. To tell ourselves the truth, let's go back to the former methodology that showed us where we truly were. Go to the companies, they're laying off people more than ever before. Now you're telling me overnight that Nigeria has a better unemployment rate than Germany? That Germany that creates so many jobs? Than the American economy that we know from job numbers, how many jobs they create monthly? The first data I would challenge the NBS to give us is how many jobs we are creating on a monthly basis in Nigeria. Now that we are almost as far with unemployment. And I saw a certain minister tweet this to celebrate this. We have become a pantomime in this country, and we're taking this joke too far.
Okay, your take on this story.
I was looking at the methodology, and let me remove my glasses to see properly, because they said in the document that they shared, the old methodology says that all those working age population who are engaged in any activity that produce goods or provide services for a minimum of 20 hours in the reference period are employed. And now the new methodology says all those working age population who during the reference period were engaged in any activity to produce goods or services for pay or profit. In essence, what this means, what it translates into, is that if you're working 20 hours, you're considered as employed. But now, if you're producing anything that is profitable, even if you do it in 1 hour, it is small gari or coconut. You break one coconut, you sell it, and you make profit, you are employed. I don't understand that kind of logic. It doesn't make sense. The essence is you now suddenly discovered that in doing it that way, you're ending up with being able to say unemployment has fallen. That methodology, they claim that it is the same methodology that is, how do I put it, that is within the standard of the ILO. And that's fine. If that's what ILO says, that's fine. But for me, a number of issues are there. If the standard you're using or the methodology that you're using is one that captures more people as being employed as against being unemployed, then it looks like the numbers are being cooked. And if it looks like it, there is a reason for a lot of people to question it. So there is a lot of questions here. Forget about statistics. Forget about what NBS says to you. I know for a fact that in the area where I live, I see more young men hanging around the street that are unemployed, that are looking for opportunities to get something to do, even if it is just to clean your car. So all of these issues are there, and you say that the number is increasing? Absolutely not. Not with the situation that we face in Nigeria today, unless we want to lie to ourselves.